Hon.Nnenna.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for yielding the floor to me on this day. Mr. Speaker, it is no coincidence that this year the theme for the International Women's Day is Press for Progress. And Mr. Speaker, the reason why this name is very important is that every year at this time, we gather to celebrate women. And the conversation is always about gender parity, the plight of women, improving the plight of women, and understanding the need that for any democracy to be truly inclusive, it must have the other 50% of its population included in governance for us to actually say that we have a democracy. Mr. Speaker, the name Press for Progress means that we have made some progress. We have recorded some progress over the years. But unfortunately, in the 2017 World Economic Forum, they said that it will take women another 100 years to reach gender parity. Prior to last year, the belief was that it would take us 86 years to reach gender parity. So we're making progress only in reverse. Mr. Speaker, of course I've listened to the contributions of my colleagues around the floor, especially the contribution of Honorable Kazari. And Honorable Kazari picks me out for mention. And what he decided was supposed to be something that would pick me out as an agent of the reasons why women should not be given a chance. Is actually something that I want to thank him for picking me out as a superwoman. If I threaten people like Honorable Kazauri, then it's a beautiful thing. Because it means that women have to work twice as hard to be thought of as half as good. And when men who don't recognize the stellar contributions of women stand up and publicly admit that we threaten them, then it means that half the battle is won. Mr. Speaker, sir, one of the prayers of this motion is that the law for gender parity be passed. And I must commend my male colleagues around the floor who have spoken very passionately about the contributions of women in Nigeria. I want to thank them. And the one cherry news I walk away with is that from the contributions of my colleagues around the floor is that the next time that we bring that bill to the floor of this House, the 35% affirmative action bill, the bill for gender parity, we will have more advocates, more ambassadors, more voices speaking for us. Because finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, we've come to the realization that our colleagues on the floor recognize the fact that women can actually do it as well as men. Let me make the point, however, that as we speak, that the world has finally woken up. The Me Too, the hashtag Me Too, Mr. Speaker, is a hashtag that speaks about sexual harassment in the workplace, sexual harassment, and more women are standing up to talk about it. Mr. Speaker, but like the motion also says, and my leader has pointed out, the plight of the Adapchi girls is one that is likely to mar the celebrations that we have today. My concern, however, and I don't know if I'm the one who has noticed, that the hue and cry about the kidnap of the Chibok girls is not here with us as far as the kidnap of the Adapchi girls is concerned. It's almost as if we've gotten anesthetized to what has happened. It's almost as if we have lost our voices. It's almost as if we're starting to believe that the kidnap of girls is regular. And after the initial hue and cry of about 2 days, Mr. Speaker, I was driving past and I did not hear bring back the Adapchi girls. I did not hear where are the Adapchi girls. I have heard some stories, but Mr. Speaker, the momentum that greeted the kidnap of the Chibok girls is not there. Mr. Speaker, today I want to appeal to our humanity. I want to appeal to the fact that the Chibok girls are as important as the Adapchi girls. That every time one girl is in abduction, every time they abduct one girl, Mr. Speaker, sir, all of us are in captivity. Today, Mr. Speaker, I celebrate, I join women around the world to celebrate us for the progress so far. I continue to charge our male counterparts that as we bring back the bill, it's not enough for you to offer us echo, we want commitment. We're going to bring back the bill. Mr. Speaker, sir, we're going to list you as the chief sponsor of that bill. Thank you very much for agreeing. And all are the Deputy Speaker as the second sponsor, and all the men in leadership and all the men on the floor of the House, we're going to come to you and put your names on that bill. It is important that Honorable Kazari pointed out to us that 70% of the voters are women. So if you do not agree to have your names on the bill, we shall go to your constituencies and tell them. So we want to thank you very much for this opportunity, and I want to celebrate all women. Thank you very much.